Hey, Bruce Naylor here. In this video, I asked the question, is the Canon EOS Rebel T6i the best choice for somebody getting started with DSLRs for making YouTube videos, doing vlogging, which most vlogs end up on YouTube. I guess that's the whole purpose of them. But is it the best choice to get started with this kind of content? Well, I'm going to give you my take right after this. Hey, thanks so much for watching my video. I always appreciate your comments down below, and your thumbs up means a lot as well. So I've had this camera a little over a month. Now I bought it refurbished from Canon. Brand new. You can find them on Amazon for $7.49 with the 18 to 55 millimeter kit. And there's a video creators kit which includes not only the lens but also I think it's the Rode VidMic Go and an SD card for $7.99. Now I'll have my affiliate link to the T6i in the description of the video in case you want to check it out on Amazon or purchase something. It helps the channel just as much. So here's the deal when it comes to DSLR. Your major investment's really not going to be in the body of this camera over time. It's going to be in the glass. The beauty of these things is you can pop these lenses off, pop on a new one. Let's talk about this camera in particular. Comes with a 24 megapixel CMOS sensor and can shoot 30 frames a second, 1080p. It does not shoot 60p at 1080 or 60 FPS at 1080p, nor does it shoot 4K. So if that's important to you, this camera won't do that. Now it will shoot 60 frames per second in 720p. Important to know. It comes with a fully articulating LCD display, and that is a really handy feature for this camera, is to have this. So when you're especially when you're shooting as a one-man band, you want to be able to rely on fast autofocus and make sure you are in frame with this camera. Really, really important. Also makes it it also makes it very nice because it is a touchscreen. So for example, if you're doing autofocus, you can just actually tap on an area on the screen and autofocus will follow with that. Very, very nice. It uses a technology called face tracking on there that keeps you in frame as you're moving around, much like my Sony X5300 camcorder that I'm using to record this video with. So it does an absolutely great job with that kind of thing. Now, as I said, this 24 megapixel CMOS sensor, APS-C, which means it's a crop sensor. So basically, whenever you get a size on your lens, you need to multiply that by 1.6 to get the effective 35 millimeter equivalent. Now, it comes with, when you get the kit for $7.49, it comes with an 18 to 55 millimeter lens. By the way, it does not come with a lens hood. Those are separate, which I don't understand why, but okay. A lot of people say get rid of the kit lens and get something else right away. I say it's not a bad lens. Just make sure you have good lighting with it. Maybe it's not clear and sharp as some prime lenses, but to get you started, it's absolutely acceptable. Now, if you're going to use this camera particularly for vlogging, and a lot of vloggers are now using DSLRs, I think, Casey Neistat kind of got maybe that going. And he uses a Canon 70D, and I think one of the reasons he does is because the dual pixel autofocus. Autofocus is a big deal on the camera. It's a big, huge deal. And but the T6i, as far as I know, doesn't use exactly the same technology as the 70D or the new 80D, but it's very, very good. Pair that with the Canon 18 or 10 to 18 millimeter ultra wide lens, and you've got a great camera for those selfies and also for vlogging. The only issue I would have with this camera with vlogging, which weighs about 19 ounces body only, by the time you add the battery, and then of course you're going to want an external microphone like I do with this Rode VidMic Pro, you're going to have a lot of weight. Then throw in, say, a Joby Gorilla Pod, carrying that whole rig around with you, it's going to give you a massive case of gorilla arms. No, it's going to be pretty heavy. So I don't necessarily think this is an ideal camera for using for day-to-day vlogging, but a great camera if you've got time to get your shot set up, get in frame, and do all that kind of thing, then yeah, absolutely. But I certainly can use it as a vlogging camera as long as you want to, be able to handle the bulk and the weight of this thing, especially when it's entirely equipped. What do I not like about this camera? Really, my complaints are really minimal on it. Short battery life. and it does cook through a battery pretty quickly. Normally I can create about 2 15-minute or less videos before it's time to put in the battery. So make sure you get extra batteries and with your for your charger and have those available. You can also get an AC adapter that will fit up there as long as you get it on a tripod, and then you can keep it on AC power and use it all day long if you like. There's also a battery pack that contains 2 batteries you can plug underneath the camera. As I said, I love the fully articulating LCD display. Makes it very, very nice. You have great audio in capabilities on there. One other thing I happen to like about this camera is the Canon EOS utilities. It allows me to tether this camera to my laptop, so when I'm doing, when I have this mounted on a tripod and I'm making a video, I can turn off autofocus altogether, manually focus, and see what I'm looking at on the screen. Or I tend to use the one-spot autofocus feature, and then that keeps that kind of hunting from happening on it. Canon also is very easy to learn as a DSLR. They actually make it quite simple. The menus are very easy to use, and as I said, is all touch-based on here, so you can just move around, do different things on the camera. Makes it very simple to use. So one thing that's recommended, and if you're going to use it to shoot video, is to learn how to do it in manual mode. You'll really be glad that you did, because it gives you a lot of control, and you can learn how things like ISO, FX exposure, white balance, other things work to make to provide to you the best possible video quality. As a vlogging camera, it's going to take beautiful crisp video. I would definitely recommend you get the 10 to 18 millimeter, or if you can afford it, there's, I think, a 10 to 22 millimeter USM lens. Pretty spendy, but it's got a better low light capability and better depth of field on it. For an all-day, everyday driver type of lens, well, I purchased the 18 to 135 Nano Usm Lens, which does a beautiful job, beautiful color, very super sharp, and just a great all-around lens. This one lens may be all you ever need to take video with it, photos. Does a great job. Other people also recommend you get a lens called the Nifty 50, which is a 50 millimeter prime f.18, beautiful bokeh, great for portraits, landscapes, that kind of thing. So for $749 for the kit, including the 18 to 55 millimeter lens, I don't think you're going to go wrong on that. It's going to take great photos, great video. It's easy to learn, and these lenses are going to be an investment that you'll have for many, many years. When you start into the world of DSLRs, the first thing you quickly learn, the body tends to be the cheapest part of the deal. But you can get by on just one. If you need to, just the kit lens is enough to get you going with this camera. I highly recommend it, and if you're looking to get started into upgrading your quality on YouTube, then yeah, I think that this is a great and excellent choice. I want to hear your comments down below. Talk to you later.